Hey,
Hi, Andrew. How are you?
I'm good. Hang on, let me turn off the goggle box.
Okay.
I'm in.
You are. How are you doing?
Uh, Pretty good for an old guy.
That's good.
Love the do.
Thank you.
You haven't joined ICE, have you?
No, I.
Okay,
Oh, wow. It's so good to see you.
finally in person.
Yes. Oh, so how's your weather there? We're freezing here.
We had a huge snowfall last night.
Uh,
It's pretty bad, but it's Ontario, Canada, you know.
what can
That's
you
what
expect?
that's what we get up here. Although it's been pretty good up to this point, so I'm not complaining.
Uh, yeah, we've had a mix between slightly mild weather and then that goes away and the temperatures just plummet.
Right.
Yeah,
You know, Ohio, northern US. So same
yeah,
thing.
yeah. We got it pretty good last night. We got a lot of wind and a lot of snow and
Yeah,
everything. So
yeah.
we're trying to get unburied from that as well.
Same happening here. It's unbelievable.
Oh wow.
And I think I've got to shut my phone off too.
Okay.
Oh, technology. All right. We're on mute. I hate it.
You know what's weird is I was oh, I'm not quite sure where I heard it, but I know with film and with television now, with all the technology they're having, they want to be able to use holograms and everything else to kind of replace the actors. So
Yeah.
they're looking at this with AI and everything.
Well, there's a huge battle going on up here in Canada with our actors saying no.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah. Because I mean, what I can see it through film and television, but still, what would you do with theater? I mean, it's a
Can't
wonderful thing.
happen.
I feel like you wouldn't get that realness that comes with the acting and everything else. You know,
Yeah.
it
They've
just
tried this before. You know,
uh
I remember years ago they said with the advent of television, this trumpets the death knell for theatre. Never happened.
uh
Human beings still require, as you just rightfully said, the live experience,
yes.
the one-on-one contact with the audience. You know, you can't you can't replicate that. It's impossible.
Yeah.
As for film and television, well, I mean, dare I say, as we witness the daily lying, cheating, and prevarication going on in the media,
Mm,
we live in dangerous times. Let's face it.
yeah, we really
And
do.
so I feel, like most informed actors, we must remain observant and diligent. We we cannot be silent.
Yeah. I've got a cat up here that causing all kinds of havoc.
Oh,
Gee, hold on. Meet Sophia.
hello, Sophia. Meow, meow. She's a
Oh,
beauty. I
thank
think
you.
I'm going to turn my phone right off because it keeps beeping.
Okay, that's fine.
Power down. Yeah. So it's off completely now. No more interference.
Oh, but I was listening. I did listen to that interview that you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very enjoyable. And
Yeah.
I was sorry to hear in the end. So Are you retiring now from acting?
No,
No? Okay, that's
I'm
good.
just, I'm on a, what is the old actress phrase? Resting between engagements
Ah,
till I get my feet completely sorted out. I mean, I could do on camera work in a wheelchair or with my cane, but I'm not the physical man I used to be. But then, time marches on, so you have to deal with it. But
yeah.
I've got so many great colleagues in the world, including people like Dame Judy Dench at 90 what now? Still working.
Yes, I know.
Ian McKellen and many, many Americans into their latter years still functioning. So, you know,
Yeah, when I was interviewing, as you know, Joe Cortese, I
yeah,
mean, yeah, they keep going. They do not give up.
there's no retirement in our profession.
No, no,
No.
definitely not. Um, but I also heard too, which I found absolutely wonderful. You got to, were you working with or did you get to meet Christopher Plummer?
Yes, I was his understudy. Uh, I
Okay.
was his double, in fact, not an understudy, his double at Stratford, Ontario, the great Shakespeare Festival. Uh, when was that? 2011 or 12? Uh,
Okay.
they asked me. So I had a mold taken of my face and they constructed a nose that was it was Chris's nose that I wore. And I doubled him in The Tempest as Prospero
Oh, wow.
the whole season. So it was great. And we got to work together. So I also went on in another role as a understudy. So we got to act together. It was quite an experience. He's a formidable actor. He was really.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've seen some of his movies and he captures it so well. He really
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
So, um, I was also, like I said, listening through it. And do you think, would you like to eventually, if they invited you back to the stage, would you still do theater or is your mobility
No, at
limited?
the moment it is, but it's not. I mean, I still have one ambition in terms of a role, and I would love to. I've always wanted to play the character of Scrooge from A Christmas Carol. So I'm hoping. I'm
Oh, that
also,
would be, yeah,
yeah,
I've seen quite a few Scrooges in my time, especially on film and television. And I watched the one, especially when I was younger, George C. Scott, um,
yes,
his
he was pretty
portrayal.
good.
Yeah, he did. Um, so yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would.
Well, it's for an actor, I think it's such a great challenge because the transitions that are made by that character from soulless, no empathy, cruel man to this joyous celebrant of Christmas, that's quite a leap to make realistically. And I
Yes.
personally believe, and it's not because I'm an expat Brit, but there's only been one truly great performance, and that was Alistair Sim, the British actor who did it in the 1950s, I think. I've got
Okay.
a copy of that film. There were two versions of it made, one for the States and one for Europe and the UK. One was called Scrooge, and the other was called A Christmas Carol.
Okay.
But
That's interesting.
his performance has not been, in my opinion, and others, it's never been touched,
Oh, wow.
despite George C. Scott, who was, I thought, very good. But hello.
She- she's like, hey. this is my territory. Seriously, when you have cats or any animal, in fact, they rule the roost.
I know I've had them in the past.
Do you still have any animals?
No,
No.
no. We've got a little house guest, a little frison bichon. Is that how you say it?
Yes, I believe
A
so.
little tiny little. She's upstairs with my friends who live upstairs, who own
Oh,
this house. So she's here for a week.
oh,
But
okay.
I will get to play grandpa at some point. But she's a really sweet little dog. So,
Oh, man. Yeah, I love animals. The reason why, and I love dogs too, and I would have a dog, but the reason why was because I adopted cats, and at my old place, you couldn't have cats or anything, so or
right.
have dogs, I mean, I should say. So then I got a cat, and I've got another one, Bobby. But yeah, they're little mischief makers, let me tell you. Um, so besides Scrooge, is there any other character you've played that you would love to go back and play them again?
Yeah, I'd love to do Hamlet again, but I'm too old now. Although, who did it in the UK recently?
Oh,
I can't remember, but so, but that's a twist in it. What I've been very fortunate. I mean, I got to do it when I was almost chronologically the correct age, around 29 or 30 when I did it out on the West Coast in Vancouver. And it was a very successful, not entirely because of me, but the whole production was a really good production. So I, no, I've been very fortunate in my career. I mean, I played that part, other great parts in Shakespeare. I got to play the French Hamlet, Cyrano de Bergerac,
mm.
uh, in the play Cyrano by Edmond Rostand. So, there's not a lot for me to go back and, work over. But Scrooge, I would like to do.
Okay. Um, I know when you were talking, you mentioned the host mentioned, um, oh, what was it, and how can I put it? Um, Kind of like the transition from stage to film and
Yeah.
everything. Was that ever difficult for you, or was that pretty
Uh,
easy?
I wouldn't say it was easy because when I first, I mean, I got some good TV stuff when I was fairly young, and then between theatre gigs, but I was almost exclusively working in the theatre, if not at the Summer Festival, at the Shore Festival in Niagara, just across the border from Buffalo. But when I was at Stratford, so I had very little downtime to do film and TV. And I really, when I first started trying in earnest, I couldn't get hired. The odd thing, and then slowly a bit here and a bit there. But it wasn't till my late 40s that I got a series as a
Oh,
villain in a sci-fi show that wasn't particularly great in the end. Um, and then it started coming in.
yeah.
So and then I started playing older guys. That's the transition you really have to work on is when you've got to face the fact you're now older. And in North America, I have to say this out loud,
That's
they don't treat age very well, even worse for women than it is for men. But,
yeah.
the Europeans keep teaching us this lesson. If you watch, as I do, a lot of European television and film, you'll see they don't work on that same model of perfect teeth and unrealistic beauty in characters who are in everyday life.
Yes.
They don't in North America. They're terrified of it, and that ethos has bled into the Canadian industry as well.
Uh,
So we're no better. Now, I'll tell you for any listeners or watchers of this, I just indulged myself by watching the first four episodes of this new Sally Wainwright series called Riot Women.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
A bunch of 50 something women, six or seven of them, who form a rock band. But it's about so much more. The, 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 the anguish of being a woman, I should say, because most of the women are so, the characters are so admirable. And anybody that's familiar with Sally Wainwright, who a lot of the great Brit series that have been on in the last few years, it's go watch it. It's unbelievably disturbing and also very funny at the same time. I mean, the men are such a bunch of pricks. Pardon me, viewers, listeners, but they are. But it's fantastic acting and fantastic. And as I say, my main point there was that these are all women into their 50s and older, totally honest, viable characters. So there's hope for us yet.
Yeah, I do. I remember what it was definitely a couple of years ago when I saw this, but there was an entertainment television series that I was watching, and they did go over how difficult it can be for women in film and television,
Yeah,
especially here in America when they get older. It's, and you know, um,
washed up at 30.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and it's sad because some of these women I look at and I see them and I think they're still very attractive. Why push them away? Why push? That's why I say, that's the amazing thing about theater and everything else is you get the realness. You
yeah, yeah. But I mean, my question always is, what is it that the powers that be are so afraid of? I mean, what is it about growing older or age that scares these bean counters, executives, whatever? I mean, I just watched recently because I'm a movie addict. I just watched the great Harrison Ford when he did his last Indiana Jones movie. And
okay,
it was
yeah.
fabulous. It was fabulous. Vulnerable. It said so much about what it is to grow old. So I don't get it. But of course I don't, because I'm 76 and I want to keep working. And an actor's job, as Shakespeare said, is to hold up the mirror. And, when I'm 76 and still functioning relatively well, I'd like to keep showing people
Oh yes,
the
definitely.
human condition.
Yeah, because it reflects real life and
Yeah, yeah,
you see that and it can be very refreshing, to see people that look like you. It's like, yeah, I can relate to that.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's something else, especially, over here in the States. Um, yeah, I think I read a story. It was a news article a few years ago, and I'll have to, kind of dig it out and show it to you. But it's what was this guy? He must have been a millionaire or billionaire, something like that. But he was paying, I forget how many millions of dollars, 50 million, 100 million, something like that. But he wanted to stay the way he was. He didn't want to die. He was basically looking for immortality.
Was this a real
Yeah,
story?
yeah, was a real,
Howard Johnson.
what?
Was it Howard Johnson?
It might have been.
Oh, Howard Hughes.
I'm not, I'm
Yeah, I
not
think it
quite,
was Howard Hughes.
okay. But yeah, I think sometimes what scares them is seeing their own mortality. That could be
Yep.
that could be it.
It's
And
because people don't educate each other when they're younger. My grandfather's one of his favorite sayings was, "Don't worry, son. It's the only foot race you canny win. And I went, yeah, okay, Grandad, yeah.
Yeah, I think especially me as I've gotten older. I'm 46 now.
What?
And yes, 46.
Unbelievable. You look fantastic.
Thank you. But yeah, I think as I've gotten, older, you do kind of realize things that when you were younger, you didn't quite see.
I know there's so many things that make, I mean, for me, it's all about always finding the humor or retaining the humor. And I just said to my friend Robert upstairs the other night, yesterday, I have one prescription I have to take for thyroid, and it just got renewed. And I had it delivered to the house. This was a couple of days ago. And I
Okay.
have to take this one little pill every day at 6 a.m. to keep
Mm.
my underactive thyroid functioning. Anyway, long story short, the new prescription came, but I noticed immediately that the container the pills came in had changed. It took me half an hour. I almost ruptured myself trying to get the damn thing open. They, it used to be push down, turn.
Yeah.
Now it's squeeze. It was like a Chinese puzzle. I found myself just laughing my head off when I finally got the damn thing open and popped the tablet. So, another one of the trials of getting older. The other popular one, of course, is trying to read stuff. Oh,
Yes, I have older friends, yeah, that are struggling with that. They can have the book. I'm seeing them. They've got the book like right to there,
yeah,
and it's humorous, but it's not at the same time.
I know. But you have to fight to find the humor. You really do.
Yeah. Um, so you were on because I was listening to them, Law and Order, Canada, and I've
Yeah,
watched some of the episodes.
yeah. I
I
got
found it,
cut.
yeah, I found that so sad, but at least you got paid.
Yeah, that was the ultimate. But you know, I was amazed because these days you have to generally go through uh, like a taped audition, which is I hate. I hate
Uh,
them. I like the in-person, face-to-face thing, but whatever. But it was funny because I did it, and it was just so nice to be back on set. And it was the opening, what do they call it, the teaser scene for that episode. And
oh,
then for the first time in my career, cut because of the length of the show, apparently. But they said, "Oh, we'll have you back." Hello, I'm ready. See, I mean,
uh,
you have to see the humor. But other than that, I've never been dubbed. I've never been fired. So things are pretty rosy.
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But um, so have you gotten any other offers or anything for
No,
no?
because I told my agent until I get this, whatever it is with my feet, neuropathy or whatever it is, sorted out. It's very painful to walk these days, but other than that, everything else is working perfectly. But no, so just time. I have to do Tai Chi every morning and stretching and all of that stuff. So, you know, I will bounce back, as they say.
Uh,
Yeah, but I'm not retiring ever.
oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Um, so how's the Tai Chi? How long have you been doing that?
About 2 months, I think. I mean,
Okay.
I had done it in the past, but with this recent onset of thing, I thought, why not? So I went on, I think it was Amazon probably, advertising,
Mhm.
and got it. It's Tai Chi for over 60.
Okay.
So
What do you think about it? Is it,
it works.
oh
It
wow.
works. I mean, I live in a neighborhood in Toronto very close to the oldest Chinatown. And at the top of my street, there's a park that has a statue of a famous Chinese woman. And
Mm.
I forget exactly her history, but every day in the summer, certainly, you can walk up the street and watch all of the elderly Chinese, many of whom well into their 80s and 90s, I think, practicing Tai Chi. It's a slow, non invasive, non impact form of keeping the body moving,
Okay.
which is, whoa, sorry, just seeing huge chunks of snow come flying down. We're covered in it. Ah,
Yeah,
winter.
yeah. What you gonna do? Uh,
What are you going to do?
uh,
Go and visit my godchildren in Sacramento and LA and Santa Barbara.
oh, how are they doing?
They're doing pretty good. They were just up here for Christmas with their dad, who's my
Oh,
best pal. And
ah,
then Galen, my godson, flew back to Sacramento where he lives. And my goddaughter, Piper, lives close to her mother in Santa Barbara,
okay.
a place I just fell in love with. Oh my.
Uh, yeah, it's beautiful out there. It
Yeah.
really is. I've got a friend. Um, well, I know his daughter. His daughter lives out there, and yeah, it's gorgeous. It
Yeah.
really is. Um, but yeah, I've definitely got to pick up Tai Chi. I used to before my mother passed. I used to work out a lot, and
Mhm.
after she passed, that because I was so busy with everything, I think I kind of neglected that too. So I'm just getting back in it.
Good.
But yeah, it's amazing, especially how time flies anymore.
I hate that saying.
I know I do. Especially, I'm staring 50 down the down the throat and everything, and it's just amazing how quickly it goes by, especially unfortunately as you get older. But
I think that's just an illusion of memory and observation. I mean, look, my mother just passed earlier this year. She was 98.
wow.
My aunt, even just after my mother, who lives out on the West Coast, she was 102.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My dad passed 6 years ago. He was 98.
Oh,
So
wow.
technically, I've got longevity genes on my side, but
Yeah,
I mean,
my father's 95, so
and he's still kicking.
and he's still kicking.
Right on.
Oh, but
You know,
tell
the great Irish playwright George Bernard Shaw. He always believed that humanity had the potential to live well into their hundreds if they wanted to. But I mean, these days, I think a lot of people. I've got friends who take a look at the news and go, "I'm ready to leave. I've had it with the state of the world." But that's every
yeah,
individual is different.
yeah, and it seems like especially last year, it seemed like sadly there were a lot of great actors that passed.
Yeah, a long list of Americans, Brits. I read the list recently and I thought, wow, some of those I missed. But then, I'm losing friends here now at my age every other day. I just had a friend from back in my theater days who was a crewman and suffered diabetes all his life. That he just got taken, and he was younger than I am, much younger. So, you know, such is life and
Yeah,
death.
very true. Very true. Um, can you tell us a little bit about your theater days?
Wow. Well, I mean, I was talking in that other podcast up here in Canada about it. I started in Canada, really. I had done a couple of productions. Well, when I was a kid, uh, I, I think the first time I performed was in the school pantomime. Are you familiar with that expression, pantomime?
Yes.
It's a very popular, generally at Christmas, kind of theatrical production, usually revolving around great stories like Aladdin and Dick Whittington. They always have a grand dame played by a guy, uh,
Um,
a principal boy and a principal girl, both played by girls. And it's when parents and grandparents get to take their grandchildren and children to the theatre. So I did that as a 10-year-old in
ah,
the production was The Pied Piper of Hamelin.
ah,
And that kind of started my little brain ticking at 10. And then when I was in my late teens in the UK, in my hometown in Boston, I joined my local amateur dramatic society and did two shows with them. And they encouraged me to think about pursuing it as a career. So when I emigrated to Canada in 71, about a year or so later, I thought, why don't I give this a shot? It's nagging away at you. You want to do it. So I went to university and joined a small theatrical workshop program, and that was at the beginning of what is now history, long ago history.
ah.
So that's how I got started. And I said 6 months, you'll know. And I did. And I've never looked back.
Oh, that's wonderful. Have you noticed, and I know the host kind of touched on this a little bit. Have you noticed a lot of changes in the
Yeah.
theater?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. There's a lot more, and probably really well needed. There's a lot more bureaucracy in the theatre. Finances have affected the amount of uh, traveling for actors to find different gigs. Um, there's been a lot of cutbacks, but it's still going. But one of the biggest changes, and this has to do with young actors thinking, well, I just want to be a film and TV actor.
hmm.
And Dame Judi Dench and others have mentioned this many times. There's so much poor vocal work done now.
Yes.
The art of, you know, it's not easy to stand on a stage in a theater that, say, I've worked in theaters of 2,000 plus capacity, and most regionals around the 800, 900. To command a room that big with your voice and be relaxed about it is an art. And
Yes.
I see over and over again nowadays, a lot of young actors simply don't have that craft. And it is craft, breathing from the diaphragm, being able to project without being forced, and on and on. I sound like a bit of an old fuddy-duddy, but I'm sorry. That part of the craft has never changed, and it shouldn't, but it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, that
Miking, talking of technology again, miking actors, death knell, in my opinion. You
yeah,
don't want to work. You don't have to work anymore.
yeah.
But the sound that it gives in a theater when everybody's mic'd is horrible,
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Because I mean, especially with the mic and everything, you get kind of that background noise and everything
Indeed.
else. And
Yeah.
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 Um, so you said too, you're a big movie buff and everything. Have you seen any good movies lately?
I have. I mean, I watch them all the time. I watched 2 nights ago on PBS. a film called The Great Escaper with the dear departed Oscar winning Glenda Jackson and Michael Caine,
Uh,
both acting in their 90s when he
oh,
made that film. I think it was his last film. I recommend that to any listener, viewer of this podcast. Go find it on PBS, The Great Escaper with Michael Caine and Glenda Jackson. Absolutely heartrending and beautifully uplifting portrait of humanity.
oh wow. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, Michael Caine is a terrific actor. He really
Still
is.
going.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
going. Yeah, that's what, amazes me because it's like, wow, they're how old and they're still going?
91.
No, oh,
Two?
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, that I know that inspires people with a lot of hope. Life doesn't stop at 91.
Nope. Nope.
Uh, so what else is going on? How was your holiday over,
Uh,
Christmas? Of course, your relatives came, but how was your New Year?
very quiet. Being a Scotsman, uh, New Year's is the biggest holiday of the year for most Scots. We
Uh,
call it Hogmanay. I mean, it's a huge celebration in Scotland, and I always uphold certain traditions like it's called first footing. It's a tradition in Scotland that the first person over the threshold of the house on New Year's is the eldest dark haired male, you
ah,
carrying uh, coal, oatmeal, and some silver.
oh,
Sustenance, yeah, sustenance and so forth as a symbol. And that action of being a first footing the home brings good luck and prosperity to the household for the coming year.
okay. Yeah, I know a friend told my mom one time it was sauerkraut and pork. You eat
Ah,
that and you'll be lucky all year. Yeah, I think everybody has something different.
yeah, that sounds like a very Eastern European tradition.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I believe I slept.
We all are now.
Yes, I know. It's like my party days are over. I'm headed to
Yeah,
bed now.
that's evolution, but you never know.
Yes, this is true. But yeah, Christmas wasn't too bad either. It was quiet. I spent it
Yeah,
with dad and some friends and some other relatives, but
it's nice.
it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I think as you get older, you want to leave the stress behind and just relax.
Yeah. Can I ask you, are you close to your campus?
I am going. I just graduated, believe it or not, to
I know.
from OSU, as you know. Um, I'm going to Tiffin University now to get my master's in communication and journalism. Um, but it's a bit of a drive. It takes
Ah,
probably, depending, about an hour. And I know people, especially who are from Columbus, they'll go from Columbus to one of the other campuses.
right.
But it's not too bad. Tiffin is a nice place. It is. It's very lovely.
Is
I'll
that
have to. Oh, go ahead.
Tiffin?
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah. It's a lovely place. It really is. And it's nice. It's a small college, but despite that, I kind of enjoy more of the small campuses too, because you get more of the
yeah.
attention, yeah, from the teachers when you need it.
Well, good luck with that. I'm glad.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. And I can't wait to see you in Scrooge. You've got to go for that. You would be excellent.
I will try.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, thank you so much, Andrew, for doing this interview and for joining me. I so appreciate it.
Helen, it was a total pleasure, my dear.
Oh, thank you. You take care, Andrew, and I will talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, Helen.
You're welcome.
Let's
Take
see if
care,
I
Andrew.
can how I can figure out to get off this.
Take
Okay,
care,
bye.
Andrew. Bye
Take
bye.
care.
You too.